Good evening. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. This is Paisley Park. This is microphone number 1. This is Steve preparing for the Australia Cup Round 6 match. We'll be with you at 7:30 for kickoff between Altona Magic and Heidelberg United. and welcome to Paisley Park as we are about to get underway in the Australia Cup Victorian section, round 6 qualifying match tonight between two of the heavyweights of the top flight currently, or at least the bygone years. Altona Magic hosting Heidelberg United. Hello and welcome to this broadcast, and thanks for your company on the Football Victoria live streams, both on YouTube and Facebook tonight as well. Get your comments in. We'll try and do our best to read them out as the game evolves, and it promises to be an exciting contest between these two sides, and the lineups are in, and we'll get to those for you now. First, we will just pause to observe a minute's silence. An impeccably observed minute silence from the players, officials and spectators over on the far side, gathered here to watch this contest. Only one team can win and go through to the next phase of the competition, and then they will only be one step away from a spot in the national round of 32. There's so much to play for between these two combatants tonight. As we said, the teams are in. Goran Lozanovski's Altona Magic. Well, these fresh off facing each other on Sunday, just a few days ago. They may be sick of the sight of each other, these two teams. Goran Lozanovski makes 5 changes to that team that drew 1-1 at Olympic Village with Heidelberg United on Sunday afternoon. We'll get to that starting 11 for you. Hayden Brown comes in against his old team to play between the posts. In defence, we've got Alex Gust, the captain is Aaron O'Driscoll, Jordan Delitis and Nathan Liberto. Delitis and Liberto, both players coming into the starting 11 that didn't play on the weekend, as is Jay Kelly, who will come into midfield alongside Ismail Haji, Nu Sahavdic and Steve Lawless. And another player coming into the starting 11, Yared Rezai, who's had a habit of scoring in the Australia Cup so far this season, will be in attack alongside Bull Juach, who was on the score sheet on Sunday. So that means there's no spot in the squad today for Darcy Anastosky, Saad Mukhachar, Mo Al-Hawali, while Christian Rossi and Daniel Di Francesco drop to the bench. And for the visitors, 3 changes for the Heidelberg United side for John Anastasiadis, the team that hasn't tasted defeat in 2024. Nick Olsen, Josh Pinn and Aiden Federhajic come in and strengthen an already strong starting 11 that will feature Yaron Souza in goal, the back 4, Jamal Ali, Aiden Federhajic, Ben Collins and Dion Nicolaides. In midfield, Mo Aidara and Asahi Yokokawa. Kane Shepherd drops into that number 10 role with Josh Pinn leading the line. And on the flanks, it's Nick Olsen and Sean Ellis. And it is Juach looking to do his share of the attacking, trying to pick up where he left off on Sunday. And he scored the opener in that one and was counted out by Owen Ashton. He's one of the players who's on the bench tonight. He has been the super sub on so many occasions. Will that be the case again tonight, perhaps? As Heidelberg in the all-yellow kit, they're playing from the left to the right of your screen at home, attacking the southern or train line end of the pitch here at Paisley Park. And it's good to be here for some midweek football. Everyone enjoying themselves here as this ball's played over the top. It's a foot race. Rezai was about to get on the end of it, and Nicolaides coming in, doing a good bit of defensive work. The left back coming inside to close off the angle, but the flag was up for offside in any case. And Aiden Federhajic, the player who didn't feature in the starting 11 on the weekend, he's already down on his haunches, so not a great start for him. Just sucking in the deep ones at the moment, the big man, Aiden Federhajic. And it's Pulya Guderian in the blue t-shirt and the black shorts. He's the man in the middle tonight overseeing this one. Speaking with him before the match, he was excited to see what this match had in store. Saw Pulya at Churchill Reserve on Saturday evening when he was the 4th official, and that was a goal fest. Could we see just as many goals tonight, perhaps? As Nicolaides is getting forward. Olsen floats the ball in. Ali was in there. It's repelled by that Magic defence. It's only as far as Aidara, the former magician, getting a chance to impress against his old side tonight. This is Olsen bringing the ball inside. It's a good first-time pass by Shepherd. Adara is looking to get on the end of it. This is still Adara and Shepherd. Good little combinations on the edge of the box here for the Burgers. And it's in there for Pin, and it's over the bar. So the first attempt on goal, falling the way of the visitors. It's off target. Josh Pin getting back into the team after coming off the bench on the weekend and registering an assist as well. It was his good work down the right-hand side that set up the chance for Owen Ashton on 83 minutes to level things up. And that's the way it ended, 1-1. We saw John Anastasiadis was disappointed about Heidelberg being disallowed a goal late in that one. Hoping for some good fortune to go his way tonight for the team who, as we said, undefeated in 2024. What a campaign they've been having. 8 wins from 14 in the league, 6 draws. Healthy goal difference of plus 21. A couple of good wins in the cup so far, and they're looking to make it 3 from 3 in the cup as Josh Pin plays this one across. It's deflected out of play off Jordan Delides, the 21-year-old with previous experience on his resume from Melbourne City, getting a chance in the starting 11 tonight. The first corner kick of the evening will go the way of the visitors. It's the Scotsman Sean Ellis to go over and deliver this one in with that dangerous left peg that he possesses. He swings it in towards the 6-yard box. It was well away by O'Driscoll. Only as far as it was Yokokawa. Yokokawa scored at this venue, the only goal of the game back in round 1 in NPL Victoria on 30 minutes, and that was the goal that separated the two sides on their previous meeting prior to Sunday. Getting the best possible start in his new colours all the way back in February. Asahi Yokokawa, you'd love another goal tonight. He's had a pretty promising campaign so far, and still plenty of football to come in season 2024. Hopefully plenty of cup football is what both of these sides will be thinking tonight as this ball is swung in to the feet of Shepherd. Great first touch, as we often see from him. Yokokawa. Shepherd has been so busy in the opening minutes of this one. This is Olsen coming in from wide, and it's across the face. In fact, it was Nicolaides getting forward from left back. Dio Nicolaides, the 21-year-old, showing he's keen to get involved in the attack when he can. He does have 1 goal in the Australia Cup to his name this season, none in the league. This is Rezai. The West Aussie gets past one and tries to thread the pass through for Hadji. Well read by Ben Collins. It's a real piece of Rolls-Royce type defending from Ben Collins there. Didn't feel the pressure. Looked like he had all the time in the world to bring that ball forward, and he eventually was fouled and wins his side a free kick, and just wincing a little bit as he copped one across the top of the foot. Goran Mozanowski barking out instructions from the touchline, and he was a guest of honour there last night at the big match between Preston Lions and South Melbourne in front of over 6,000 people. 6,347. What an occasion that was, by the way. Just an electric atmosphere and a real sign of what's to come in Australian football, with some of these clubs really good suburban grassroots identities with history, passion and pizzazz. And the atmosphere was absolutely fantastic, and well done to both of those clubs for putting on an outstanding cup tie last night. And well, the crowd here will be hoping that they'll be entertained by seeing just as many goals as they saw in that one, which finished as a high-scoring contest, 5-2 in the end to South Melbourne, who go through to the next round. South Melbourne just 1 win away from reaching the national phase of the competition, something that will certainly excite them. They're able to get there as they prepare for national second division football in 2025. Here's Hayden Brown taking the goal kick. It's a good opportunity for him to show his wares, with Christian Rossi getting a rest on the bench tonight. This is O'Driscoll. Gust is the left back, playing it inside. Sahavdic almost running out of room on the touchline. The ball stays in play. Here's Ellis. Shepherd with the first time ball. Forward by Yokokawa, only as far as O'Driscoll. Good footwork by Haji. Finds Liberto. Over on the far side is Rezai. This is Jared Rezai running it. Feder Hajic. Feder Hajic getting a foot in. Good defending by the big man. Looks to have recovered from that early knock where he looked to have been winded in the opening minute of this contest. And the throw goes the way. Well, in fact, it's looks like it's going to be a corner kick. In fact, Nathan Liberto to take the in-swinger. A couple of former Brunswick Juventus players of last season out there for the Magic tonight. He swings this one in at the near post, doesn't get past the first man. He gets a second chance to fire in the mulligan over the back post area. Sahavdic gives chase. Can he keep it in? He's done well to keep that one in there, new Sahavdic. Floated in. It was a decent ball in by Gust. Heidelberg having trouble clearing their lines here. Eventually they are going to be able to do so by being awarded a free kick by referee Puya Gadirian for what he appeared to signal for. It was a handball, so that will relieve the pressure on that Heidelberg defence. They had numbers back there, but they just couldn't really clear their lines, and eventually the move comes to an end. Ismail Haji, one of the stars for the Altona Magic, called up to the Somali national team, should I say, for their next fixtures in the next FIFA windows next month. So exciting for Ismail Haji to get a chance to go and represent the national team. And there is a bunch of other Australian-based players who have been called up for that one, including Yusuf Ahmed, ×2 from Avondale. Wishing all of the NPL Victoria national team stars best of luck in the next international window when the teams do battle in June. And it's going to be a chance here for Nick Olsen, but the flag's up on the near side against Nicholas Olsen. There can't have been too much in that one. And he was roaring down the left-hand side like a freight train, which incidentally is just rolling past to our right at the moment at Paisley Park here in Melbourne's West. A cold evening on the way here, but strangely enough, the temperature gauge on the car seemed to rise by 1 degree as we headed here from the city out to Melbourne southwest here in Altona North tonight. So if the temperature can just stay and hover around this mark of about 13, that would be nice. It certainly got very cold for everyone who was out enjoying the football at BT Corner Reserve last night. Luckily, plenty of good food and drink options there as well to keep people warm. Karafi rolls are running out the door, and the cheese burek as well. That was something to enjoy for the spectators as well. Something different on the repertoire, and there's plenty of people enjoying some hot food over the canteen. You can see on the far side behind where this throw-in will be taken. This is Liberto. Just trying the back heel. In comes the cross. It's got a fair bit of purchase on it. Oh, and Souza gets it on the second bite of the cherry. Dangerous ball in. Souza just looked a tad nervous under that one. This is Gust. Confidently striding forward. Sahavdic, oh, his touch lets him down. An awkward bounce off the thigh and out of play. Good to see some travelling Heidelberg United fans here to our left. See one fan directing traffic for the players just below our broadcast position. This is Pin. You can see the pitches did have a bit of rain over the last week, and the pitch is just cutting up a little bit. You can see right in front of our broadcast position. Excellent shots provided to you tonight from Matteo behind the camera for Sportscast Australia, the best in the business. Did a great job of bringing him all the action last night from BT Connor Reserve, and what a huge audience that we had as well on the Football Victoria channels. Enjoying that one from far and wide. All corners of the globe. People tuning in to see that particular clash last night. Such was the amount of hype leading into it, and hype totally justified as well. Here's Adara bringing it down on the chest and playing it forward to Olsen. Looks to throw the dummy at Rezai, and he's going to be forced to go back. As the Burgers look to build up down the left-hand side. Just finding those little pockets of space. Here's Jamal Ali, who lined up in central defence on the weekend. Is enjoying that licence to come back and play as the right back and get forward up and down the flank against his former team. And he played some very good football here, mind you, in his spell with the Altona Magic. So one of several players playing against their old team tonight out there. It's Kelly combining with Lawless, and it's time for the Magic to recycle possession. O'Driscoll put a fair bit on that switch of play, but he's found Gust over the top. That's just what the doctor ordered for New Sahavdic, who gets to the byline. Oh, the cross didn't have the quality it needed, and it was easily cut out by Ben Collins, who again just seems to have all the space and time when he's on the ball, calm and composed in defence. Ali Pin, the first time pass. Pin, who is playing as the number 9, dropping deep to play those first time passes and bounce them back to the midfielders and or defenders as well. Yokokawa, that's a good switch of play, and he finds Nicolaides out in front of the social rooms on the far side of Paisley Park, looking down the line for Olsen, and it was easily cut out by O'Driscoll. Liberto, Lawless. Sahavdic taking his time on the ball. New Sahavdic, he turns 24 next Friday, does New Sahavdic, so still plenty of good football ahead of him. 1 goal in the league and 1 in the cup so far for him this season. Gust, he's kept this one in, has he? No, it's out of play. In fact, he's offside. So the left back for the Magic trying to get forward as well to compete with his opposite number, Dion Nicolaides, over on the far side. 2 good young left backs trying to get involved in the attack. Alexander Gust, just 20 years of age. Another one of these young stars that's come through an A-League Academy in the Melbourne Victory system, and one of a couple of players who've found their way via that path to Paisley Park. This is Pin. His first touch is heavy, but he's got space to find Shepherd. Adara. Pin just using the body well. Eventually losing out, but Adara's there to pick the pocket of the Altona opponents, and now it's going to swing the other way, and it was Altona who scored on the counter-attack at Olympic Village on Sunday. Maybe trying to repeat the dose here. Sahavdic. Ben Collins got an important foot in, but Sahavdic picks up the second ball. Liberto. Always looking to get onto that left peg. Here's Nathan Liberto. Kelly. Playing the ball through. The idea was there. The execution was not quite. Jay Kelly, the ACT-born, let's say utility player. He looks like he's lining up as the right back tonight. So a little bit cagey from both sides so far. No one wanting to throw the kitchen sink at either side in the first 16 minutes of action here. Ball's played forward over the top, headed by Brown. It was well executed too, and he found Kelly out in front of the players' race. Liberto, the 2 former Brunswick Juventus players combining. Certainly have a good understanding from their experience together previously in the black and white vertical stripes, and showing their wares in the red and black. Pressure from the front here, and that's something that we've seen from Heidelberg United this season. Executed quite well, and John Anastasiadis up out of his seat, urging his players to seize those kind of moments. Maybe catch out some of these youthful Altona Magic defenders. Yokikawa, pressure from Haji. Fender Haji switching the play. Nikolides. Aidara just trying to find those angle passes through the middle of Paisley Park. Defence is winning out at the moment. So we're locked at 0-0. Neither keeper really tested so far in this one. Alice floats the ball in, pins there, bring it down on the chest. He wanted to hit the volley, but he didn't have the time or space to do so. Liberto. Haji. Well, we showed too much of it there to Yokikawa. Maybe a lapse in concentration from the Somali international. It's a good switch from Aidara. Olsen playing the ball forward, straight and direct towards the feet of the pacey Pin. Josh Pin unable to get on the end of that one because it was well intercepted by Jordan Delides, the 21-year-old, who's been impressive so far in this one. Been involved in the matchday squad for the senior team in the NPL competition 10 times so far this season, out of the 14 rounds. Looks like it's going to be the Scotsman Sean Ellis, the club legend of Olympic Village, over to take this one, and he puts two hands up to gesture for the set piece that he's about to try and execute here, and it comes in. It's allowed to bounce in the penalty area. Dangerous stuff for the Magic. Ben Collins, the central defender, acting like a winger, lost his footing. Ball in. Oh, Aidara went to ground, perhaps a little bit easy. Play on's the call from referee Gadirian. Aidara back up on his feet and playing it in, and it's well claimed by Hayden Brown, the man in grey. Tonight wearing the number 71 on his back. One of the higher jersey numbers in NPL Victoria, I'm sure, this season. Callie's ball forward. Finds Uarch. What has Boljuarch got in his locker here? Just a little drag back, a bit of the futsal skills on show at Paisley Park, but he's conceded possession. Alice playing forward. Heidelberg always looking to get those direct balls. Vertical, straight up the field towards Josh Pin. Playing off the shoulder of the last man. The skipper Shepherd cuts this one out. Olsen showing his flair as he proceeds down the right wing and cuts inside. That's Nicholas Olsen. Pressure from Serhavdic, and he's going to concede the corner kick here. So 0-0 here in the Australia Cup round 6 match. Victorian section of the competition. Steve Curtin with you on the call tonight. Thank you for your company wherever you're tuning in, whether it be somewhere around Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, or further abroad. As this one comes into the box, Collins is the target. He gets his head to it. It was a good delivery from Sean Ellis, but the header was off target. Heidelberg unable to work their former goalkeeper, Hayden Brown, in goal for the Magic. So those options tonight on the bench for Goran Lozanowski include Gavin Tasevsky, Daniel Fabrizio, Damian Iosifidis, Lachlan Gillard, Daniel DiFrancesco, and the sub-keeper tonight, Christian Rossi. Here's Serhavdic. Aidara's picked his pocket. Inside to Shepherd. Those two combining again. And Haji sees this one out of play. For the Burgers tonight on the bench, Leo Mazes, Owen Ashton, Adrian Zara, Dom Feller, Anthony Theodoropoulos, and the sub-keeper Ryan Govan. So plenty of good options available on the bench to both coaches. Rezai's pass is off target. He does have a hat-trick in this competition when Altona Magic went past Northcote City 4-3 at this venue in the previous round. Ball into the box, and it's well repelled there by the young number 3, Jordan Delitis. Good positioning by the young man. Concedes another corner though, and it's been a flurry of corner kicks to the right of screen here for the Burgers, and it is a risky move with the quality of delivery that Sean Ellis gives you, as well as the height and power in the box. The likes of Pinn, Federhajic and Collins all lurking around the back post area. They all break and make their runs in various directions as this ball comes in. The header was won by Zehavdic. Haji sends it back up the line, and it's out of play in front of the President's box over on the far side of Paisley Park. Olsen cutting it back. Oh, it was miscued by Yokokawa. It's going to fall for Alice, whose snapshot is just wide of the post. Oh, that's the closest we've come to a goal so far tonight. Heidelberg players queuing up to get on the end of it. It was all from a simple throw-in from the left-hand side for the Burgers. 1 or 2 problems caused in the box for Altona Magic, and here come the Burgers again, and that is the opener net. Now we see Alice has found the back of the net from close range. Good work from Kane Shepherd down the left-hand side. And finished well by the Scotsman, who gives the visitors the crucial advantage in this cup tie. Altona have got it all to do, but it's a full team hug for Heidelberg. Even Yaron Souza is down there to congratulate his teammates. What good service it was from Kane Shepherd as well. As we catch that one again on our replay screen. So calm and composed on the ball, Kane Shepherd, setting up that chance for his right winger. The Magic just caught in possession. Shepherd down the left, getting past his man and floating it across the 6-yard box, and swept home with the left foot by Sean Ellis. That makes it 4 goals in all competition for the Scotsman this year. 34 years young, over 150 NPL Victoria appearances and over 50 goals in the competition. Showing no signs of slowing down, that's for sure, is Sean Ellis. Heidelberg looking to turn the screws here as this ball's played forward. Hayden Brown a long way out from goal. The clearance is successful. Picked up by Federhajic. Rezai, well, he read that best, but he couldn't lock in possession. Shepherd. Under pressure from Rezai. Shuach giving chase. Collins taking no chances and puts that one out into the car park. Over toward the Altona East Phoenix pitch, which is lit up for training as well. Over behind the club rooms on the far side of the pitch. And we were over there for an Australia Cup tie in the previous round as well. Altona East Phoenix taking top tier Avondale all the way to extra time in that one. Before Liston Diaz could finally break the deadlock in extra time. Liston Diaz actually hitting a hat-trick last night against North Sunshine Eagles at Larissa Reserve up in Melbourne's northwest. It's a hat-trick that might have been lost to some with everyone tuning in to the action that was happening at BT Connor Reserve. Oh, that's a good challenge. Getting back there, Stevie Lawless sliding in to save his team. keep them in the game. Altona don't want to go 2 down before the half an hour mark, that's for sure. But they're going to have to defend another set piece opportunity from the corner kick. It's going to be the goal scorer, Sean Ellis, to deliver this one. We'll go around the grounds shortly. We've got another couple of games in action happening tonight. Hume City and Bayside Argonauts. This ball's floated in. Oh, it came off Josh Pinn's scon, but he couldn't direct it on target in a meaningful way. Really good delivery again from Sean Ellis. Gust with the throw. Haji is the target. The 221's doing battle. Oh, his square ball is a little bit dangerous here. Could come unstuck with Dara's through ball, but he couldn't quite find Josh Pinn, who gives the thumbs up, the seal of approval to his teammate for the idea at least. Callie, Liberto. Altona looking for the goal to get themselves back into this one, but they need to be patient and wait for the right opportunity. Need to be sure with their ball handling too, as Heidelberg look to apply the press here, but Hudgy's managed to get through it. And his pass is eventually cut out by Collins, and he commits the foul on Ben Collins. One of the good features of these cup nights midweek, people looking forward to getting out and enjoying good football at a local ground after a hard day at work at the office or on the tools, but also the youngsters, the NPL juniors out here training behind us as well. You can probably hear them through our effects mic, and then sticking around to watch the senior team and cheer them on after they've completed their training sessions. No exception again tonight. Plenty of that happening as well with the Altona Magic juniors here to support the senior team as Heidelberg look to pile the pressure on that Magic defence. This is Olsen. Header is by Haji. This is Gust. Forward by O'Driscoll. Good to see Aaron O'Driscoll back playing good football after that shocking head knock that he copped earlier in the season over at Jack Edwards Reserve against the Oakley Cannons. What a scary moment, a real sickening blow. Game cut short due to the injury. But he's made a full recovery and playing great football. At the heart of the Altona Magic defence, and they've done a good job of maintaining their straight defensive line there, and offside is the decision against Heidelberg United. Kept in by Gust, flicked down the line. Again, Collins cutting this one off. Jamal Ali. Alice's ball forward. Pin. The flag stays down and he fires a shot at the near post, trying to catch Hayden Brown out. And he's pretty pleased with himself there too. Hayden Brown, the former Burger, coming up big with a save when it mattered there. Keeping out Josh Pinn at the near post. So yet another corner kick for the Magic to defend. They're getting plenty of practice at defending these set pieces tonight. As we've gone past the half-hour mark. Sean Ellis, his goal separates these two sides in this cup tie. This one's driven in low, something from the training pitch. Yokokawa's attempt is blocked away. There's Kelly coming out to apply the pressure on Japanese midfielder. Nudged to the floor by Gust. Not enough to warrant a free kick, though, and the ball is out of play for a goal kick. There's a yellow card here being shown to Goran Lozanowski by Pulya Guderian. So guest of honour last night at BT Connor. Reserve was Goran Lozanowski, but in the referee's notebook tonight here at Paisley Park. First time we've seen Pulya Guderian reach for his notebook so far this evening, apart from to write down number 19 scoring the opener for Heidelberg United in this match. They lead 1-0, and at the moment that goal will see them going through to the next round of the competition in the Australia Cup, and will only require one more win to reach that national round of 32. Alice's ball hangs in the sky. Joash gets on the end of it. The flag stays down. Heidelberg fans appealing for offside against Boljuach. It's been a calm night so far here in Melbourne's southwest, but the breeze is starting to pick up just a fraction, and it will favour, if anything, the left of screen. The northern end of the venue here. Here's O'Driscoll. That trusty left peg lifts it up over the top of the Heidelberg defensive line, but it's going to be offside yet again. This time looks like it's gone against Yared Rezai. Yared Rezai, the Afghan international, in good scoring form so far this season since coming across from Hume City, and he has 4 goals to his name in the Australia Cup, including that hat-trick in that last cup tie that they played against Northcote City. And it was a 5-0 rout against Sebastopol Vikings in round 4 that saw the Magic get through here at Paisley Park as well. 5 individual goal scorers for the Magic on that occasion against the boys over from the Ballarat region. Sebastopol Vikings. Goals for Skenderovic, Liberto, Zehavdic, Fabrizio, and of course Rezai. Seeing them through comfortably in that 4th round tie. Heidelberg have been in good scoring form in the Cup as well. They were winners 4-2 against Brunswick Juventus in their previous outing in round 5. Leo Mazes, Dio Nicolaides, Kane Shepherd, and Asai Yokokawa scoring in a 4-2 win against Brunswick Juventus at Olympic Village in round 5. As Alice prepares to deliver this corner in. Oh, and it's sliced the clearance. And it's a good reflex save by Hayden Brown to save the blushes of Jay Kelly, who was the man covering that front post area. Tried to make the clearance and almost scored what would have been a spectacular own goal into the roof of his own net. Well, he looks visibly relieved from here that Hayden Brown's kept that one out. But the Magic will have to face yet another corner kick delivery from Sean Ellis. This one's into the same area. That's well away by Kelly this time. Up towards Rezai. He needs to lock the ball in his possession here and try and bring someone else into the game. Well, it's a hopeful ball forward. Nicolaides getting on the end of it. We've had a couple of players clash right in the middle of the park here, and Pulya Guderian's going to stop play. Try and catch that one. See what happened on our replay screen here. Looks like Jay Kelly is down, holding his shoulder. So perhaps a shoulder or a collarbone related injury there for Jay Kelly. The 28-year-old is back up on his feet, just favouring that right arm. The right shoulder looks a bit proppy. Nice dummy by Gust. Playing the ball forward, but again, Collins reading it best. Easy pickings for a central defender of his quality. Alice goes to, Shepherd goes to ground. Alice, he saw the attempted nutmeg by Haji, closed the feet quickly, and then played the ball forward for Joshua Pinn. Looking for options to come galloping forward, taking his time, just goes back to Shepherd. All the way back to Collins. Everyone behind the ball for the Magic. We hope you're enjoying this match as we approach the half-time break. Heidelberg played the better football and deservedly have a lead through this man, Sean Alice. His goal set up. Penn having a wild swing at that one, unable to make contact as the ball was taken off his toe. Jamal Ali getting forward. Just is going to win the throw here for his side. Dara all the way back to his keeper. Aaron Sozi hasn't had a touch for a while. The Magic really missing some of their attacking weapons, such as Darcy Anastosky, who's not out there tonight. Just looking a little bit toothless in attack at the moment. Perhaps some changes at halftime could change that as they to go for the game in the second half, but they're going to need to keep out Heidelberg first, and Pinn's firing here. Alice from a tight angle, and he slots it home for his second. Brown kept out the first attempt from Pinn, but it was easy for Alice, even on that tight angle. Now he has a goal on each foot tonight, and Heidelberg have got 1 foot in the next round of the Australia Cup competition. Disastrous defending by the Magic. Josh Pinn right through the heart of the defence. It was a good save by Brown to keep him out initially, but Alice was unmarked coming down the right-hand side on his non-preferred foot on the tight angle. Still had a little bit of work to do, but he made light work of it as he slotted that one across the carpet. Nestled it into the back of the net for his second of the evening. And the Heidelberg legend is certainly living up to that status tonight. 2 goals. On track for a hat-trick tonight, perhaps. Maybe even targeting a perfect hat-trick if he could nod one home as well to score a goal with each of those 3 body parts. Let's not get ahead of ourselves too much here. Altona Magic, you've got plenty to offer still in this contest. Look to play the ball over the top of Jamal Ali, but again, Ben Collins has been a wall back there tonight. No one getting past him. Yokokawa playing forward. Well cut out by Gust. Heidelberg got the numbers around the ball to pick up the scraps, though. Alberto goes to the floor. Looks over at Puya Kadirian, who's going to indicate a throw going the way of the visitors. Right in front of the Heidelberg United technical area. John Anastasiadis, he's looking pretty cheery at the moment. Better Hajic knocks that one out of play. Gust with the throw. Played forward by Uarch and into the box by Gust, but there's no one there for the Magic, and it fell to Sehavdic, who tried his luck. Didn't get a good piece off it though, and it was easy for Yaron Souza, who gets a touch to keep the hands warm on what is a cool evening in Melbourne's southwest here at Altona Paisley Park. Shepherd with the first time ball. It's cut out well by Lawless. Maydara picks it up. Now there's a bit of space here in the middle of the park for the winger who's tucked inside in Alice. Over on the far side is Nicolaides. Olsen is the target of this one. Olsen sliding in and keeping this ball in play. O'Driscoll turns it behind. Jordan Delides looked to have won the ball back as Heidelberg were attacking that left-hand side, but it was Nicholas Olsen just sliding in and keeping the ball moving forward, keeping it in play, keeping it alive, and that's what Heidelberg have done so well tonight. It hasn't been a classic contest between these two sides, but they've just kept that ball moving forward, kept progressing possession up the park. They keep passing and moving and asking questions of this Magic defence, and also doing so through a multitude of set pieces. Lost count of how many corners that we've seen them take tonight. This one has swung into the near post area. Swell away by O'Driscoll, only as far as Alice. Well, he's not going to score his hat-trick with that particular opportunity, as that one goes over the new fencing that we see behind the goals here. Just have a little bit more confidence parking your vehicle behind the goals at Paisley Park than you could in previous seasons now with that extra high fencing behind the goal. That one flying into the gum trees at the south end as Aaron O'Driscoll looks to try and find a player further up the field in a red and black jersey. Here's Haji. Good header, won by Ali. Roberto, now Lawless. It's a good turn by the former Werribee midfielder. On the ball again is Stevie Lawless. Scored that memorable goal in that 5-4 game a couple of weeks ago up at Petty's Reserve on the synthetic track. Go-ahead goal in a 5-4 match is not something that comes around too often, and that was the decisive goal that gave the Magic all 3 points in that contest against Manningham United. Plenty of high-scoring games out there at Petty's Reserve this season. Still get to get out there and sample some of the action at that venue in Melbourne's northeast. We'll have to do that at some point before the season does disappear. 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half. 2-0 is the lead, and 2 goals, both scored by Sean Alice. Heidelberg looking good for a spot in the next round of the Australia Cup, round 7 of the competition, where they will be just 1 win away from making the national round of 32. Something that we've seen them do in the past, playing some real marquee matches at Olympic Village in the past. I remember fondly that huge crowd when they played against Melbourne City, going back several years now, and it was only a couple of years ago where they hosted the Brisbane Roar. A huge crowd for that night as well. Souvalaki's running out the door as the fans were streaming through the gates. Is there time for a third here for Heidelberg before half-time? Yokikawa, pressure from Haji. Away by Lawless, only as far as Ali. Keeps the ball alive and plays it across. O'Driscoll was in the right place at the right time to make the clearance. Rezai, Ben Collins has just been wearing him like a glove. Ball forward for Ali. He won't be able to keep this one in play, and that will just about do us for the first half here at Paisley Park, and it's been all one-way traffic going to the right of screen. The boys in yellow and black doing the business so far and leaving the Magic with it all to do in the second 45 if they want to continue their impressive cut run that they've had so far. Here's Gust under pressure. Those Heidelberg players pressing high up the park. And perhaps a little bit too much so there, a little too physical from Josh Pinn. Looks like he's collected his opponent there. So free kick going the way of the Magic in the shadows of half-time. Alexander Gust. Aaron O'Driscoll just pulling the socks up. 2 minutes as well and truly elapsed that we've had allocated by our fourth official to be played at the end of the first 45. Puya Guderian has the whistle poised to blow for half-time, and that will be the interval in this Australia Cup match. An entertaining match. It's been cagey, the opening, before Sean Ellis getting on the end of a ball from his skipper, Kane Shepherd, sweeping it home with his left foot. And then, if that wasn't good enough, just trying to put the right foot into action as well. Certainly not just used to get on the team bus after a chance from Josh Pinn was saved by Hayden Brown, parried out wide towards the byline and slotted home to ensure that the Burgers would enjoy a 2-0 lead at half-time, and the players head in for their half-time team talks. What will the second half have in store? Well, you'll have to join us after this short break to wait and see. Can Heidelberg United hang on and push through to the next round of the competition and be just one win away from the national phase? Or will Altona Magic get themselves back into this contest and maybe force it to go the distance? We're looking forward to your company after this short break. My name's Steve Curtin, and enjoying bringing this match to you from the broadcast position here at Paisley Park in the Australia Cup, Victorian section, round 6 of the competition, Wednesday night football. We'll be back after this short break, where at half-time it is Altona Magic 0, Heidelberg United 2. Welcome back to Paisley Park for the second 45 of this Australia Cup clash. It's the round 6 of the competition. Altona Magic currently trailing 2-0 to the visiting Heidelberg United, the side that has been all-conquering this season, going for their third win from 3 starts in the Australia Cup. Not to mention their 8 wins from 14 and 6 draws, meaning that they're undefeated in NPL Victoria and the Australia Cup. So across both competitions, undefeated so far. It would be a big turn up for the Magic to have a big second 45 and knock out the boys from Olympic Village. But stranger things have happened in this competition. They don't call it the Magic of the Cup for no reason. Let's see what's in store for the second 45 here from Paisley Park. Thanks for your company for this one. My name is Steve Curtin and enjoying bringing you the action tonight, as we do every weekend in the NPL Victoria and these midweek cup nights that offer something special. Fans getting out here and enjoying some good football and mixing up their midweek work night with some good local competition that they might otherwise have to wait until Saturday for. Heidelberg United looking to attack here again. This is Olsen. That's the Travella cross to the back post. This is Alice, who is on a hat-trick here. Sean Alice twisting and turning on that far side. Plays it in towards Pin O'Driscoll, and it's just about landing on the crossbar, and if it wasn't for Hayden Brown reaching up and tipping it over, that may well have been going in off the head of Aaron O'Driscoll. Dangerous ball in by the Scotsman as he goes over to take this corner kick. Jay Kelly doing the ball boy duties, delivering the ball back out to him on the far side. The city skyline glistening in the background as Alice delivers this ball in. Good catch by Brown. You heard that one land in the midst through our effects mic here. Mateo behind the camera for Sportscast Australia, giving you a supreme look at this one from the comfort of your own home if you can't be here to enjoy this one. Here's Rezai. Jamal Ali using his pace and skill and guile, and he's going to come out of defence after winning possession back. Altona have made a change at halftime. Daniel DiFrancesco is out there in the right back position. Daniel Fabrizio has also been thrown into the fray as well, so a couple of changes made by Goran Lozanowski at halftime. Daniel Fabrizio, the New South Welshman, who we saw come down to Victoria and ply his trade at Churchill Reserve last year, sticking to Melbourne's West, but a change of scenery down here at Paisley Park this year in the number 17 jersey. All the boys in the red and the black. That one's out of play. So good pressure by the Magic, pressing high up the park and forcing the error. That's what they need to be doing. We didn't see that from them in the first 45 whatsoever. This is DiFrancesco with the throw. Kelly. Rezai, a little bit too much on that one. Overcooked and out of play. That's better from the Magic, though. That's a bright start to the second 45 from them. More encouraging signs for the Magic as they win the throw. Attacking down the right-hand side, Daniel DiFrancesco, who's lining up at right back since coming on at half-time. Rezai, pressure from Yokokawa, and that one's gone out of play. The assistant referee's deltoid was activated. Flag went up. Aaron Souza will take the resulting goal kick. Lawless. Gust. Well, that one runs a bit long, picked up by Collins. Ali playing it over the top, finds his opposite number 4, O'Driscoll. Switching the play to Jordan Delidis. Lawless. Oh, trouble here for the Magic. Olsen is galloping on the left-hand side. Plays it across and he snatched at the chance a little bit there. Josh Pinn was advancing towards the back post area and he wasn't able to find him or direct the shot on target. So caught in two minds perhaps there on the counter-attack, Nicholas Olsen. Chance goes begging for the Burgers. If they can make it 3-0, they'll be home and dry here. Good header by Nicolaides. Well, that might be a foul on Rezai, and it's going to be in a handy position here for Altona Magic to make something out of this. Rezai held his ground and copped the knock from behind, and the yellow card is shown to Ben Collins, who hadn't put a foot wrong so far tonight. He becomes the first player to go into the book. Puya grasping the yellow card out of the pocket. Not the first time we've seen the yellow card though tonight, because it's also been shown to Goran Lozanowski in the technical area. Just catching that one on the replay. Collins coming in partly from the side, partly from behind, a little bit late and making contact with the West Aussie attacker, and Rizzo looks like he's dusted himself off, but he's going to take this one himself. That's a high defensive line from the Burgers. Played out wide. This is DiFrancesco. Low ball in. Wasn't a bad idea, but it was repelled well by Fedor Hadjic, who stood his ground at the near post and in a statuesque fashion just fired that one out of play. Here's DiFrancesco, the substitute. He's been bright since coming on. Finds Fabrizio and now Serhavdic. Kelly tried his luck. There wasn't really room for the shot, and it came back off a Heidelberg player. Here's Rezai now. This is much better from the Magic. Rezai. Oh, he was looking for Serhavdic. Just had their wires crossed. Not quite on the same page there, but again, the idea was right. Looking for that little reverse ball, but unable to combine. Well, that's clever from Kane Shepherd. Something like you see on the billiard table, that connection with that ball. So still 2-0 here. We've played 7 minutes of this second 45. Light rain almost falling here. Hope you're enjoying all of the action. This big game. I know there's another big game happening in town tonight at the MCG, but it's a non-competitive game. This one is a match that's hotly contested because we're looking for a spot in the Australia Cup round of 32 for whoever can win this match and then progress via just one more fixture. They will be in the hat for perhaps an adventure to the sunny northern half of the country, which is always something that's welcome for these sorts of players based down here in Melbourne at this time of year. Winter is just around the corner. Kelly plays the ball back. Shepherd in space. He can turn and face forward here. Can Kane Shepherd. Skips past one opponent. Nicolaides commits the foul. He's over there checking out what's happening in the social rooms. It's a full house of people were checking those scores from the MCG at halftime, and the Magic Canteen doing a roaring trade as Yaron Souza is out to claim that one. Sliding on the turf. As was the spectator to our right here as well, who's certainly working hard up and down the touchline, riding every kick, supporting his Heidelberg side. Josh Pinn gets the tackle from behind and gets a free kick. Did not appreciate that kick in the back of the calf or Achilles perhaps there, and well, who would, to be honest. But yeah, the Magic Canteen doing a roaring trade at half-time. Not too much, I think they've sorted out the exhaust fans over there. There's not too much smoke billowing out of the kebab cooking section. That time when we saw the fire brigade turn up here. Going back a few years now to, I think, 2021 when that event took place. And of course it finished with the firemen going home with the kebab roll to complement their evening shift and the enjoyment of it, I think. Hard to pass up. At the moment, Heidelberg United looking hard to pass up now. In irresistible form this season under new coach John Anastasiadis. Perhaps a commentator's curse there as Nicholas Olsen lost a bit of traction and hit the turf as that pass from Dion Nicolaides went out of play. The rain just getting a fraction heavier here, but it won't affect these players out there who got their eyes on the prize in this cup competition. And Altona is going to have to start committing more and more players forward. Otherwise, their campaign will be well and truly over, and there's no point sitting out there and dying wondering in these sorts of games. There's no goal difference to worry about in a cup competition. Either you're in or you're out, and it's as simple as that. Ali playing the ball forward. No one there for the Burgers. They seem to have committed a few less players to the attacking cause since the halftime interval. Fabrizio giving chase. Souza was well out to win it. Di Francesco's header, picked up by Yokokawa. Nicolaides. Olsen's ball, gave it away. Serhavdic. Oh, he had Rezo making the run in behind, but it was cut out again by Ben Collins. Nicolaides running out of room in front of the Altona technical area. Liberto. John Anastasiadis just shaking his head, having a chat with his assistant coaches. Of course, Savas Patinkas in the Heidelberg dugout spent a lot of time working here at Paisley Park. He knows the players are inside and out, or those that are still there, which is inevitably not many because there was a huge turnover of personnel in the off-season. The likes of John Stocheski and some of the more experienced campaigners that are still there, not involved tonight. Collins with space and time. Federhajic. Nicolaides, again with space to turn him face forward, but he's turned it over. Liberto, oh, he's missed his pass there. Olsen for Pin, it's in for Pin here, is it? It's off the post. Oh, well, it looked like a gimme goal for Josh Pin. Couldn't finish it off. He might get a second chance here. It's Pin across the face. Yokokawa is there. Jamal Ali still forward. Alice, who's still on a hat-trick. Will he pull the trigger here, Sean Ellis? He does, but it's blocked. Oh, they were queuing up there, the Heidelberg United players. Pin's effort off the post. That would well and truly have been good night, and thank you, had Josh Pin sealed the deal there for the Burgers, but, well, Altona can perhaps live to fight another day in this tie. If they could just pull one goal back and set up what would be a grandstand finish to the final part of this match. Still over half an hour of playing time to go. Federhajic, oh, he lost his footing. That pitch is cutting up a lot. Not the first time we've seen a player having a loss of traction. Just that light sprinkling of rain that we saw at the start of this second half might have had an impact. The one player who's got no problems keeping his footing, well, Jamal Ali, as I say that, he just about loses it, and his pass is off target. So the classic commentator's curse on Jamal Ali. Unintended, of course, as Rezai is surging forward down the left-hand side. Yokokawa getting back to do an excellent bit of defending. He's going to win the free kick there. Yokokawa picking up the ball off Yared Rezai and looked like he had it on a string there as he juggled it backwards and forwards and eventually was brought to ground. And he can take as long as he needs here to get back up on his feet and take this free kick. As the coaches start looking to make some changes. Shake of the head from John Anastasiadis. Forward by Federhajic. This is Shepherd. Excellent first touch, and look at the way he shields the ball from his opponent. That's one for all the kids at home to keep a close eye on the technique of Kane Shepherd. It's textbook stuff. He gets a little bit of advice from his coach. Always so calm out there as well. He provided that assist to when we saw the opening goal of the game, scored by Sean Ellis. Just nonchalant after providing a perfect assist when other players might be jumping for joy and running the length of the pitch. As we've seen him respond to when he scored some cracking goals this season as well, particularly in that match against St Albans. And here is Shepherd here for his chance to get himself on the score sheet. Unable to keep that one down. As we say, he just floats around the pitch with a sort of nonchalance that you don't see from a modern day footballer too often. Olsen. Federhajic finds Collins. Olsen's getting in behind here again. This is Nicholas Olsen. A square ball for Joshua Pint. Draws a crowd. Plenty of players back in defence for the Magic, and Hayden Brown gets that one on the second bite of the cherry. Back heel for Nusa Havdic. It came from Fabrizio. Fabrizio continued his forward run. Didn't get the return pass though. Here's Di Francesca. Back by Liberto. As far as Delitis, and now O'Driscoll. Striding forward is the central defender. We thought about continuing the forward run too. Fabrizio. Good turn by Dan Fabrizio. Rezai. Fabrizio was brought to ground. No free kick. We're about to see another change for Goran Lozanowski's Altona Magic, and it's going to be Damian Iosifides, the 20-year-old, getting his opportunity. Just a couple of appearances in the senior matchday squad so far this season, and he replaces Nathan Liberto. That's the end of his shift as he gets a high five from his coach. And Heidelberg United and John Anastasiadis, he's got a squad packed with talent and depth, and we're going to see a couple of these bright sparks coming onto the field. Now, not at the younger end of their career. When I say bright sparks, it's probably something you normally associate with a teenager, but it's a chance for Adrian Zara and Dom Feller, who are 33 and 30 respectively. A couple more evergreen players getting out there to do a shift for John Anastasiadis' team. Nick Olsen has finished his shift for the evening, as has Josh Pinn, so it looks like Kane Shepherd will go up into the number 9 position and act as the striker, as we see him do so often in games. Play a bit as a 10 and a bit as a 9. And takes it all in his stride, does Kane Shepherd. Here's Nicolaides getting forward. In fact, Nicholas Olsen is still out there, so he can continue his run. Nicolaides, oh, that was on target too. Good bit of defending. Jordan Delides sticking out the right boot and clearing it behind. Keeping his side in the game. So, in fact, not for the first time this season, confusing those two redhead players for Heidelberg United. It was actually the man who's already got a brace to his name. Won't be getting a hat-trick tonight, but what a good performance. And he's the match winner at the moment, Sean Ellis, who gets an early mark. Good player management from Johnny Anastasiadis. Letting him rest up for the weekend as this ball comes in. It's well defended at the front post by Altona Magic. And this is a big game coming up for Heidelberg United 2 on Sunday. They'll be off to Jack Edwards Reserve. 3 o'clock kickoff. That should be a beauty. Oakley Cannons against Heidelberg United, 2 of the real movers and shakers in this season, NPL Victoria 2024. But we've still got plenty of cup action coming your way tonight, and Nicolaides is getting in the penalty area, plays it across, and this one's just about going to go in. Adrian Zara, oh, he's going to claim it. It may have come off Alexander Gust in the end, but Adrian Zara made it all happen after Nicolaides supplied an excellent ball across the box. What a good cross that was. Really made hard work for the defenders. And Altona Magic, they're just about gone now, you'd think, at 3-0 down. Heidelberg United are booking their place in the next round of the competition. Barring a disaster, they will be in the hat for the round 7 of the Australia Cup Victorian section, which will also see them more than likely, probability given, get themselves their spot in the semi-finals of the Doherty Cup as well. The Victorian Cup competition steeped in history and tradition, contested over the last 100 years. Isn't it great that as a game we can celebrate our history with great cup competitions like the Doherty Cup? Always a big occasion when that Doherty Cup final comes around in August. That one day in August. Let's go with that. Here's Kane Shepherd. Oh, he was brought down late there. Yokokawa, oh, that's a nice back heel. Zara is surging forward. Oh, and good defending in the end. Magic getting players back. But Heidelberg look hungry again since those changes, since bringing on Zara and Fella. Shuffling the pack a little bit. Here's Fella. Fella. Nicolaides doing the splits in front of our broadcast position. Di Francesco with the throw. So just a bit over 20 minutes to go here at Paisley Park. Heidelberg United, 3 goals to the good. 2 for Sean Ellis. 1 for Adrian Zara. Altona Magic would just love to get themselves on the scoreboard here and then can see what happens. Feda Hadjic. Good composure from him. Nicolaides Adara gets it out of his feet and away from his opponent, which was Kelly. Forward by Ali. Zara the substitute. Good defending by Gust, and he's going to come forward, but he's got no one ahead of him down that left flank to play the ball up the line too, and he eventually does the next best thing, which was to win the throw in his attacking half. Gust plays it inboard, but it's all yellow shirts there. Yokokawa, Shepherd, as we see him again turn and play that ball forward, but it was partially intercepted by that Magic defence. Eventually the free kick goes the way of the home side. Josifides is ball forward. Di Francesco, the 2 substitutes combining. Feda Hadjic. Savdic, DiFrancesco. Yosifidis couldn't reach that one. Wants a good first touch again by Shepherd. Yokokawa might have been fouled there, and he does win the free kick. Puigidarian was convinced. Time to look around the grounds. On 70 minutes down at the Grange Reserve, Kingston City leading Langwarrin 2-0. But there is a big, big cup set brewing at Hume City Stadium. Hume City 0, Bayside Argonauts 2 on 69 minutes. Bayside Argonauts, they've had a good cup run. They've been far and wide, travelled up to Bendigo City and played at the Epsom Huntley Recreation Reserve early in the competition. A long trip, that one, from Melbourne South, southern suburbs. And now, in Melbourne's northern suburbs, the Argonauts could be about to cause what would be one of the biggest upsets of the competition in 2024. Make no mistake. Couple of full-time results around the country. Tuggeranong United 0, Monaro Panthers. That's in the Capital Football section. 4-0 winners, Monaro Panthers. Moreton City Excelsior advancing 3-1 over North Star. Adamstown Rosebud 0, Lambton Jaffers 2. Up there in northern New South Wales. The score here at the moment is 3-0. It was Sean Ellis on 24 minutes and 40 minutes. And then it was Adrian Zara on 66 minutes coming on off the bench. As this corner comes into the back post area, they're queuing up for it. And it's actually gone out of play as it came in. So goal kick will be the decision. Couple more changes happening here for Heidelberg, and it's a chance for Leo Mazes, who's been having an excellent season as a left winger, and also Owen Ashton, who was the man who came on to score that decisive goal on the weekend. And it's going to be looks like it's going to be a triple change. Anthony Theodoropoulos also getting his chance. So that's the end of the shift for Kane Shepherd. Also Asahi Yokokawa and Moe Jara, the former magician. Good shift from him as well, as those players all head to the bench and grab a jacket to try and keep themselves warm. So less than 20 minutes to go here at Paisley Park. The time for Altona to fire a shot is now, but they just haven't really been able to do so. Here's DiFrancesco. He's done well there. The youngster. He's got Serhavdic down the line. Yosifidis loses out. Here's the fresh legs of Owen Ashton. Switching the play nicely. Out there to the legs that never stop running. They are the legs of Jamal Ali, playing it forward. Zara's ball. Ali trying to get on the end of the overlapping run, and he does win his side yet another corner kick. I'll try and bring up those stats for you on corner kicks. That I've never seen a team so dominant in that particular stat. It's been non-stop corners for the Burgers. Here's Theodoropoulos. A little bit of space and time for him. Olsen. Fowler's ball forward. Finds Olsen again in space. Sits down his opponent. And the ball was aimed at Jamal Ali, who'd stayed in that forward position. Jamal Ali would love to get himself on the score sheet tonight, that's for sure, against his old team. He's almost positioning himself like a right winger rather than a right back. Well, that's the end of the evening for New Halfditch. Coming onto the park, Gavin Tiseski is the number 13, and in the number 34, young Lachlan Gillard, just 18 years of age, Lachlan Gillard. Hasn't made any appearances on the bench or as a substitute in the senior team yet this year. He's been an ever-present in the 23s with 14 appearances there. There's a chance perhaps for Rezai, but it runs too far, and Souza is able to come out and calmly just knock the ball up the line to Nicolaides. Here's Mazes. Leo Mazes. Well, the Burgers, they're just stroking this ball around the playing surface here at Paisley Park, and it is confirming that other substitution for Altona Magic. The player coming off was the centre-back, Aaron O'Driscoll, so can't accuse Goran Lozanowski of not trying some different things. Shuffling the deck and giving some youngsters a chance. And some senior football tonight. Here's Nicolaides. Knocked out a play and out for a throw by Jordan Delitis, who's been pretty solid at central defence tonight, the 21-year-old. This will be a throw in right next to the corner flag. Mazes straight through to Altona players, and it's a good save to keep him out. Olsen was lurking, as was Zara. Good save by Hayden Brown. That was like the parting of the Red Sea there. Leo Mazes straight through the two red and black shirts. Bisecting those opponents with his dribbling skills, as we've seen him do to devastating effect this season. Is Josifides. Finds Gust. Fabrizio. Altona trying to build something down the left-hand side. They've won the throw in front of the President's Lounge. As the freight train comes, I wouldn't say steaming past, but ambling past to our right. That's probably symbolic of Altona Magic's performance tonight. A little bit limp, not what they've been looking for in this cup tie to progress through to the next round. A little bit undermanned, a few key players not there. The likes of Darcy Anastosky, Johnny Stoichevsky, to name a couple. Christian Rossi rested on the bench. Here come the Burgers again through Olsen. Zara, Ashton's there. Just with the sliding challenge to clear it away. He's had a busy game, the left back. Altona Magic will be back here again on Saturday night. They've got the 6:15 kickoff here at Paisley Park against Dandenong City, so they'll fancy their chances there to pick up some points in that one. Currently in 7th place in NPL Victoria, 17 points they have picked up so far from the first 14 games of the season, with 5 wins and 2 draws. Ali goes left, goes right, and left again. Nicolaides. Mazes. Well, that's a good ball by Leo Mazes. Ashton. Owen Ashton. Oh, it's a rocket, and it's side netting. Sections of the crowd thought that one had gone in. He hit that very well, but it just fizzed and curled away from that near post of Hayden Brown's. Hayden Brown was at full stretch to try and keep it out. Playing forward was Gillard, the 18-year-old. Good to see a young 18-year-old getting a chance in a position like central defence as well. It's not something that we see coaches putting faith into players in that age group, in that kind of a position. There's some good examples in the competition that we're seeing this year in other parts of the field, particularly in attack for Green Gully. Shifa Ahmed comes to mind. It's been a tough week for Green Gully, and well, perhaps could there just be some changes afoot there at Green Gully Reserve in the coming weeks after their loss on Friday night at the hands of the Salad Dwellers, Moreland City, and then getting knocked out of the cup last night by a goal by Carter Ramsey in the Sunshine Avenue derby against St Albans. It's been a fantastic round of cup competition, and it started last midweek at the Grange Reserve in Hoppers Crossing. Hoppers Crossing taking on the highly fancied Melbourne Serbia team, and they gave as good as they got, Hoppers, in the first half, Kevin Smart's team, but it was eventually the quality of players on the Melbourne Serbia team, including the likes of NPL standard player Luka Ninkovic, coming on and banging in some critical goals to see them cruise home in the end, 5-0. It's another comfortable scoreline last night with Moreland City going down 3-0 to Oakley Cannons at CB Smith Reserve. Joe Guest, Munir Badous and Stefan Valentini all on the score sheet there last night at CB Smith Reserve. Meanwhile, the former Heidelberg United coach, George Katsakis, was presiding over his new team, the Bentley Greens, as they had a 3-1 win at the Cross Keys Reserve last night against the Essendon Royals. So the Bentley Greens from VPL 1 competition, the old NPL 2, getting themselves a spot in the round of the next phase of the competition. Heidelberg on the attack here again. It falls. Oh, it fell kindly for Olsen, and he smacked it. It might have winded one of the Altona Magic defenders here. Jordan Deletis copped that one on the chest. That's got to hurt. Olsen comes in and gives him a high five to say, well felt there, champ. Deletis is looking like he's going to be okay to continue, not looking too winded from blocking the shot. But you certainly heard that through our effects mic here. Solid impact. He's had a good crack tonight, young Jordan Deletis in the central defence. Here's the throw taken by Di Francesco. Mazes now. Gets past one, then another. He hasn't got a lot of options to his right, so he comes back into Nicholas Olsen, who slid but kept his footing well. Draws a crowd, does Nicholas Olsen. He's got Zara riding shotgun. Well, he's held on to this ball perhaps for too long here, Nicholas Olsen, and eventually it's out of play for a Heidelberg throw. So Nicolaides to take. Inside the last 8 minutes at Paisley Park. Heidelberg United, the Warriors, are almost there. Rezai. Tasevsky scrapping for the ball in the middle of the park. Kelly. That's a good ball out for Alexander Gust, but he's got no one really ahead of him. All the attackers are inboard centrally. Yosifides. Just looking around the grounds, well, Hume City have come from the clouds. They've gone from trailing, last time we checked, trailing by 2-0 to leading 3-2. So the Bayside Argonauts have lost their lead. All of those goals coming in the space of 5 minutes during the second half. So normal operating procedure has been restored at Hume City. They've been having a fantastic season in the league. A club on the rise in NPL Victoria and looking like bowing out of the hands of the lower league juggernauts in the Bayside Argonauts, but it looks like it might be the end of the cup run for the Argonauts unless they can have a momentum swing back in their direction. get themselves through to the next round of the competition. Kingston City still comfortable leading that one 2-0 down at the Grange Reserve down in Melbourne's southeast with just 5 minutes to go there in that particular fixture. Magic trying to get forward here. Rezai rose highest. Couldn't direct his header on goal or to another player in a red and black shirt. So the light rain has certainly cleared up and the players seem to be keeping their feet a little better in the last 10 minutes or so. Currently 13 degrees at Paisley Park, so not too bad. It was a little warmer than it did at BT Connor Reserve last night. Just a touch, even though the feels like temperature is just 12. Saseski bundled to the floor by Nicolaides, and it's going to be a throw to the Magic. Di Francesco to take. Rezai's ball inboard. Here's Jay Kelly. Good footwork from Kelly. Rezai again. He curls this one around. Oh, it was a deceptive shot with the short backswing. Or short back left, should I say. Trying to catch out Yaron Souza. Clever play, curling it to the far post, but it was always going wide. And that's been the problem for the Magic tonight. They just haven't been able to find that combination of play to build up the moments to challenge the former Central Coast Mariner, Yaron Souza. Oh, he's given this one away here. Tasevsky picks up the loose ball. It's forward by Kelly, trying to play it in behind the defensive line, but Aiden Fedohajic was alert to that one. Wallace wins the header. Tasevsky. He's got Rezai to his right. Gets it into the box. That was the right idea, but it was too close to Yaron Souza. And here come the Burgers. They look like they wouldn't mind adding a fourth to the scoreboard here. Gust with the Cruyff turn. Not bad, the left back, but loses out. Theodoropoulos. Here's Ali. Theodoropoulos continuing the forward run here. Going left and then right and then left again. So is Nicholas Olsen. He's been out there ever present in this fixture tonight, Nicholas Olsen. Iosifidis. Well, these Altona Magic youngsters are having a right crack at it, but unable to break through this experienced defensive line. And well, a lot of teams have had problems doing so this season, so they're certainly not alone. Collins and Fedohajic, a really strong central defensive combination, flanked by Jamal Ali at right back and Dion Nicolaides at left back, with the experience of Yaron Souza behind them, with plenty of experience at A-League level and abroad. Could they be about to find their way through here, the Magic? It's a free kick, but it's going the other way. Free kick to the Burgers. So some of those other progress scores around the nation. Eastern Suburbs leading Kapalaba 6-1. Gold Coast United leading 4-0 against Kabucha Sports. Apia Tigers 5-1 against Blacktown Spartans. And a 10-man Wollongong United are trailing Sydney United 4-2. Currently 0-0 between the Sunshine Coast Wanderers and Brisbane City up there in the Sunshine State. It's 3-0 here if you have just joined us. It was Sean Ellis with a first half double, and then coming off the bench, Adrian Zara to devastating effect to score what was well and truly the sealer in this contest as we head towards stoppage time in this cup tie and the end of Altona Magic's cup run. It's a run that's ended with opportunity for some youngsters to get some good experience, and here's one of them here, Iosifidis and Tasevsky combining. Some good, bright young prospects. A lot of good NPL talent here from the junior ranks here, training when we arrive tonight for our pre-match preparations. Yosifini's trying to lift that one over his head, the 20-year-old, but doing so without any luck. Tasevski's header finds Rezai. Gets it going forward to Dan Fabrizio. Ben Collins again, good use of the body, good balance and poise from him. Nicolaides, Tasevski doing battle. He's got a good swagger about him, Gavin Tasevski, the 20-year-old midfielder. Good to see a youngster coming on that looks like he's made some sort of effort to tuck his shirt in. At least half of it's tucked in. Not often you see that these days. 3 minutes added on at the end of the 90. 3-0 is the scoreline in favour of Heidelberg. Sean Ellis with 2. Adrian Zara with 1. Is there time for more? Mazes. He's been well held by that young Altona Magic defence. Tasevski plays it forward. Nicolaides getting back and covering. Olsen. Options left and right. Here's Mazes. They don't call him the Heidelberg West Messi for nothing, but just as we say that, dispossessed well by Stephen Lawless. Well played by the Irishman. He's put in a valiant shift tonight in a losing team. Ashton. Mazes. Little triangles here for the boys in yellow shirts. Big announcement as well from Heidelberg United last night. We saw on their social pages about some improvements to the grandstand and their ground, but also to their facility for their junior NPL players who've been displaced for a long time, who will be able to train and compete back at the village on the back pitches there, just to the north of the main pitch at Olympic Village. Impressive were some of those announcements about improvements to keep the birds out of the main grandstand, keep those seats clean, and also will keep the volume control a little bit easier to manage at the start of some of those twilight kickoffs when the Indian miners going absolutely bananas under that roof, making a hell of a racket when we're about to broadcast a live match from Olympic Village. It's happened many a time already this season. Hayden Brown's going to get there first. It hasn't been a happy match up against his old team tonight for Hayden Brown. It certainly has been for the likes of Jamal Ali and Moe Dara. Look at Rezai, still full of running down that far side. If there's anyone who's never running out of legs, it's Jamal Ali, but he's lost it here. Gust, now Rezai. Ball's out of play over the byline. Puya Gadirian checking his watch. He's ready to head in for a shower. Some of these two groups of players, this one has just petered out, but it's a great night for Heidelberg United. As we said, celebrating those announcements that we mentioned just a short time ago, improvements to the village, and it's good to see. Perhaps the next step of the improvements, the next phase could be a dedicated media tower, perhaps on the western or Darabin Creek side of the venue, as we saw set up previously for their Australia Cup runs, and maybe a cup run is the moment to justify doing that. As speaking of running forward, here is the moment where they do go 4-0 up. Nicolaides making the run, and it's Nicholas Olsen who gets the goal that he deserved, and that is full time as well. The last kick of the match. Well, Nicholas Olsen, arguably the man of the match tonight, put in a fantastic 90 minutes and caps it off with a goal with the final action to seal this cup tie at 4-0. Heidelberg United will march on to the next round of the competition. Check your local guides for the draw of that one. We've still got one more match to come after tonight in the Australia Cup. That's next week. It'll be Caroline Springs George Cross against Altona City. You can catch that one on the Football Victoria live stream. That is next Tuesday night at the earlier kickoff time of 7:15. Looking forward to checking out who can get over the line in that one. It should be a decent matchup, but it was all one-way traffic here at the end of the night with Heidelberg United 4-0 winners. We'll go through those goals again for you, with Sean Ellis opening the scoring, set up by Kane Shepherd on 24 minutes. He scored again on 40 minutes when Josh Pinn's effort was parried by Hayden Brown from a tight angle, slotting home with his non-preferred right foot. Sean Ellis to make it 2. After the break, it was a couple of changes for John Anastasiadis' side. Dom Feller and Adrian Zara coming on, and with almost instant impact, Adrian Zara getting himself onto the score sheet. Another goal that we saw Dion Nicolaides heavily involved in, as he was in that final goal as well, which was converted by Nicholas Olsen. A good finish for him. Good way to finish. A good performance from Nicholas Olsen, to be fair. The 28-year-old slotting what is his first goal in the cup competition. He's third in all competitions this season. And as the players head off the field, it's a hats off to a Heidelberg United side, a professional performance from them against a gallant young Altona Magic side, where we saw Goran Loznos. He gets some good minutes into some good young talent and prospects for the future. They will have their opportunity to shine when their moment comes. But at the moment, the team who is up in lights is Heidelberg United. They march through to the next round of the cup competition. As we say, check your local guides to see who they're likely to face. And just quickly around the grounds, we can confirm that Hume City have now gone 4-2 ahead. So Hume City will also be in the hat for the next round of the competition, as will Kingston City as well. All things going forward. In fact, that's a full-time score. Kingston City 2, Langwarrin 0. So Kingston City progressing as well. As we mentioned, that next game to close out this round 6 of the competition, Caroline Springs George Cross against Altona City next Tuesday night. But from Paisley Park here in Altona North, that's the end of the broadcast, and we thank your company for keeping us company tonight, should I say. Steve Curtin on the mic alongside Matteo behind the camera. It's been a fantastic performance. If you're a Heidelberg United fan, they are the winners tonight at full time in this Australia Cup Round 6 competition. It's Altona Magic 0, Heidelberg United 4, and it's a very good evening to you from Paisley Park. Good night.